Well, hey now, everybody. It's the Rob from 106.1 KISS FM and 103gbfrocks.com. Alongside my tag team partner in podcasting, my ride or die, the prize fighter, Jerry Valeri. Good morning, Jer.
I have no. Oh, what?
Hold on. It's okay. It's okay. We just didn't mute you. We got it. We got it. We got it, everybody. You're fixed.
All right. You hit your button. I hit my button. We're good.
We're good to go.
I have no chill today. None.
What do you mean?
No chill. I'm fired up today.
About wrestling or just in general?
About wrestling, about everything. It's life. I'm just fired up.
Is everything okay?
Everything's good. Everything's good. Although my son barfed at the movies last night.
Really? What happened?
He wasn't sick. He just drank too much. He drank too much high C. And he like in his hand. And he's like, Dad, I barfed. And I said, wipe it in the chair beside you.
Is that what you did?
I just said, wipe it there. I'm out of napkins. I'm not getting up. We're in the final fight scene. Wipe it on the chair. He said, Mom wouldn't like it. I was like, she's not here.
Kelly knows this, right?
Just be cool.
That's great. That's awesome.
Be cool. Quit being a weirdo about it. Just wipe it beside.
Have we ever shared? We have an amazing vomit story between us.
Yeah, with you. And I think if we had asked people, if we had said, Rob and Jerry have a great vomit story, who vomited?
Yes.
Nobody would have guessed that it was you vomiting in the story.
It was me vomiting, and it was alcohol induced. Do you want to tell it? You tell it really well, but I hate like roping people into telling stories they're not ready to tell.
Well, I've got it. I mean, the night before, we were in your second favorite city. We're in Altoona, Pennsylvania.
Altoona,
We're drinking like crazy, to the point where at the end of the night, we're trying to put ourselves through tables. And
at a bar.
At a bar. And well, we're at a bar, and you're like, put me through a table. And I'm like, I think this thing's reinforced, man. You're going to get hurt.
Yeah, that table was not meant to be having people put through it.
That was a shoot table.
It wasn't a working table.
They weren't working.
They got that from Tables R Us.
We drank really hard and fell asleep on my buddy's couches. And then the next day we get up and it's still one of those days where we're feeling it. And maybe one of those mornings where I shouldn't be driving us home, but I do. And I'm driving back and you don't say much of anything. We don't really talk.
It was like, 45 minutes to an hour drive from Altoona to State College?
45 minutes from where we fell asleep in Bellwood to State College. And we were just kind of quiet the whole way.
I remember we were listening to the Stern Show.
And you're drinking Gatorade. I pull up in front of your place, and I love how you were ready for like a sleepover because you had your pillow and everything.
I think I had a sleeping bag. Yeah.
Yeah, you were ready. You didn't use any of it that night, but you had it. And you get out of the car, and the doors open, and there are people walking around your complex.
Yeah, it was a busy apartment complex. That's absolutely right.
They're sitting on their steps. They're on the stoop right across from us. They can see us. And you get out of the car and just.
It was like, so you know how in the Royal Rumble, you're not officially eliminated until both feet hit the ground?
Yeah.
It was as soon as I got my second foot on the ground.
You were done.
It just unloaded all in front of me right on the ground. And yeah, there's people walking their dogs. There's families around, and I'm just a fire hydrant. You
could have aimed it anywhere. It was an anti-gravitational stream. And there's this, and you vomit like crazy. And then you just like look at me and you wipe your mouth and you go, I had a wonderful time. And then it was such a Rob thing to say. I had a wonderful time.
I said,
and then
thanks, Jerry. I had a wonderful time.
Had a wonderful time. And then you just turned around and walked away like a boss.
And
those people were looking at you like a boss. And I just drove away.
It was in the middle of the parking lot and just no attempt to clean it up. Just, this is the world's problem. So, good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Post to Post.
Oh, that's a great story. I forgot about that one.
So I was telling Jerry earlier today, I might need a little bit of help. I had a DVR issue with SmackDown last night. And for whatever reason, I missed about a half an hour of the show. My DVR just did not record about a half hour portion of the show that extended from the it was during the commercial break after Samoa Joe's backstage interview up until about 5 minutes to the end of the show. I unfortunately did not see. However, correct me if I'm wrong, it did not seem like last night's show was very good.
So you had technical difficulties. I just had an attention span problem. Like
I'm having that every Monday. I
had the hardest time ever. I come home from the grocery store and I had dishes to unload, and it was like I fold laundry and stuff while I'm watching wrestling, and sometimes I don't, but I did. Dude, I did all of it. I was finding chores to do during wrestling, especially since the first 40 minutes was women's wrestling.
I'm telling you, from the first hour and a half that I was able to see, I'm telling you, like 70 minutes of it was female wrestling.
It was too much. Now, I want to start by being fair. Carmella's really impressed me lately.
She's definitely on the ballot for most improved this year.
She's taking this opportunity she has seriously, and she's doing a really good job. And it kind of makes me sad that she's. I don't feel, and I know it's a spoiler to one of my picks, but it'll take a lot to convince me that Asuka doesn't win the championship. Like, I have a hard time believing that this isn't a transitional move to get her to Asuka and have Asuka be the champ. But I think Carmella's a great women's champion on SmackDown. I thought she's done a really good job and had pretty good features. That said, I didn't need this for 40 minutes. I didn't need Asuka and Iconic. I didn't need any of it. I didn't need it all.
Wait, were the Iconics on the show last night?
No. Mandy, I get Mandy Rose mixed up with the Iconics because they all give me stiffies.
That is fair. Dude, I was just staring into Mandy's belly button last night, and it's just like, oh my, it's perfection.
You get lost in her belly button.
Yeah, I'd like to.
I don't want to sound sexist today, and I hate just hammering on women's wrestling for the sake of hammering on women's wrestling, but I was just, it was too much for me. It was too much. It was that first segment was too much. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Like, I see Naomi and my eyes just, I don't like it at all.
I was confused about something involving Naomi last night. I thought it was going to be husband and wife versus husband and wife. Was it explained why it wasn't Rusev?
They didn't really explain it, but I assume it's just to hold off on that. And so, I don't know, it would have made more sense for Rusev and Lana to go against Uso and Naomi.
So, and I also want to reiterate something that I've been saying for several times after WrestleMania. I believe this. I mean, it might be fixable, but my feelings are they have broken Asuka. They had something special and they broke it.
I can't disagree with you, because when she comes out now, it just doesn't feel as special.
It's not. It used to be really, really special, and now we're like, can she get past Carmella next week? You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think she will, but she might not. I mean,
dude, I don't know. I don't know that that's a slam dunk.
You don't think it's a slam dunk?
I really haven't thought about any outcome yet. I'm not even kidding, but this is one I got to think about. It's not like an open and shut case for me.
When you get into the card and you start looking at it, I think you're going to see that it's harder to pick these matches than years past. And I think the Money in the Banks are harder to pick than years past too. We were both right last year on both Money in the Banks, and I don't know if that's going to happen this year.
Yeah, there's no one, and really no real match. I mean, including Rousey and Jax, including AJ and Nakamura. These are ones I really don't have an opinion on yet. Both the ladder matches. I'm
not even 100% sure what they're going to do with Elias and Seth Rollins or Roman Reigns and Jinder Mahal. They could go either way on any of them. I think they'll stay safe with some of it. I mean, remember, they're planning for SummerSlam here.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Next week is our predictions week?
Next week, yes.
Cool. I'm excited for that. It's been a while.
Yeah, and it's been nice to have a break. Unfortunately, they've wasted the 6 weeks they had to build by not building anything, which was my biggest complaint about SmackDown, is that this main event that they had with the three dudes from New Day and the Miz and Samoa Joe, and it doesn't mean anything. There's no reason for that match or for them to even try or care.
These they feel like with these matches they can just phone in the storylines because there's already a built-in storyline with the prestige of winning these briefcases. I feel like, you know, something like SummerSlam would have benefited more from a 6-week build than something like a Money in the Bank.
Right. And I also think that they're wasting an opportunity at what could have been the most compelling story for Money in the Bank, at least on SmackDown side, is the whole New Day thing. I mean, you've got, one of them has to be it, but instead they're teasing all three of them, and there's no tension, there's no story.
I feel like that is the story, is that I don't think that the three of them know yet, and I think that when the decision is made, I feel like there might be, let's let this one play out before we write this one off, is my opinion.
Well, yeah, I mean, I get that. I was going to say maybe the story is going to be told to SummerSlam, but I wanted to see almost like a triple threat between them to see who's going to get the chance. And I don't know. I wanted to see something where Big E's like, it's going to be me. And Xavier's like, whoa. We have to talk about this. Even just a little seed of tension. But instead, it's just all fun and games and pancakes.
You could be right. But I'm going to give this one the benefit of the doubt and say, let's see what happens still.
Are you willing? I don't think they'll announce it on Tuesday. In the prediction episode, we'll have to make a decision as to who we think is going to be the New Day member. I think I know who it's going to be.
I think we'll probably agree on it. But yeah, I mean, we'll try to nail that one down too. Let me also get to one note that I actually had from Monday that I didn't get to yesterday, but it pertains to SmackDown.
Okay.
So on Monday, you know how they do like those solo selfie style promos?
Yes.
There was one from Paige on Monday's show. I don't remember if it was in the SmackDown advertisement or if it was simply a segment outside of that to promote SmackDown. It's so weird seeing Paige shoot those solo selfie videos because it looks like her X-rated videotape. She should not be shooting those videos. I know that's the direction now, but they need to, it looked like they were playing part of a sex tape.
Right. I've got my camera in one hand and I've got my
if she were facing
in the other.
If she were facing backwards, I would have assumed it was the other tape. You know what I mean? So,
where's Xavier Woods when you need him?
Oh, I also wanted to say, going back to New Day for just a second, I very rarely laugh out loud during wrestling. You know, usually their attempts at comedy can kind of miss. Or like, you know, especially like if I'm by myself or Brittany's around, it's like I don't usually laugh out loud. Even the
very funny wrestling stuff is never super highbrow, make you laugh stuff.
I did get a real laugh out of when the pancake mix was in the hat and Miz put his hand in the pancake mix. I like that.
Was good.
Yeah, so I enjoyed that. I didn't have a lot of thoughts. It seemed like while I missed most of it, that main event seemed like it was pretty hot.
It was a great match. It was hot. It was good. It was a good match.
It was
great.
New Day versus Joe. Help me out.
Miz. Why am I blanking?
Was it Cass?
No, he cut a promo though that was super robotic. Why am I?
I missed it. I didn't see it.
This is my life.
Hold on.
Like I can't remember anything. I'm gonna find it before you find it.
Give me a second. Hold on.
I'm gonna find it before you find it, unless someone texts you.
Rusev. I win.
Rusev.
That seemed like it was good. You know, I'm surprised Rusev wasn't you. What? Did we lose you?
No, it's just funny.
What?
Well, you're like, I win, and then I just still said Rusev, like I won. And that explains why Rusev wasn't in the match with Lana. They wanted him in the main event.
Yeah, but I would have rather used him in the match with Lana.
Well, would you have then had Samoa Joe, The Miz, and Who? Aiden English?
Or Big Cass, or I don't know if Aiden English fits, but which, by the way, I am pro Aiden English. I want him around. I'm enjoying him.
I like him too. I also like Andrade Almas. That I thought that was a cool little segment with Sin Cara.
Help me out. What happened?
Okay, so Sin Cara is doing a thing backstage, and then Zelina gets up to him and runs him down and gives him a bag of crap, and then bang comes the ambush, and Andrade Cien Almas ambushed and beat the living bejesus out of Sin Cara. So left him laying. So that's a good first.
About to say the same thing.
Feud for Andrade.
That's a good first feud, I think. And if I'm not mistaken, they have a real life history as far as being buddies. If I'm not mistaken.
I think they do. I wonder if, for some pay-per-views, a couple of takeovers, Andrade comes out with a lucha mask. He takes it off, but they say it's to pay homage to something. I wonder if he'll keep doing that now that he's on the main roster.
Say that one more time.
Well, have you noticed a couple of his entrances for takeovers? He comes out in a lucha mask.
Gotcha. Okay.
And then he takes it off.
By the way, I found out something kind of cool. I was sitting with, I believe this was Joe, who watches Post to Post regularly and shares the videos always. Thanks, Joe. He came out to one of my remotes at Lombardi's Pizza this weekend. He brought to my attention, I didn't even realize this. We have an NXT show next Friday, and it's one day before the next takeover in Chicago.
Oh,
so we might have some exciting stuff happen.
Are you going to it?
Yeah, ringside.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, ringside means the first 5 rows, and I think there's probably only going to be like 7 rows.
You'll be in the golden circle.
Last time they didn't have that many people come, but I don't think they expect that many for NXT.
NXT is getting hotter, man. I mean, ever since that last takeover, they brought it before Mania, and they're gaining a lot of steam.
I can't imagine there's going to be a pay-per-view I like more this year than Takeover New Orleans.
Right, and as of right now, for the first time, because we typically, when we do our posties, we keep it to WWE. We just do. We don't do the indies. Because I'm not keeping up with it, and I don't think you want to. And we've never really done NXT outside of the Better Luck NXT Time award. But as of right now, I have yet to see a match that is match of the year, except for 2 that I have from that pay-per-view.
Right.
That I keep going back and forth on.
I agree. So far, my favorite 2 matches this year, and maybe even 3, but I'll just keep it to 2, are both on that New Orleans show.
And if you you were hard pressed and you said, Jerry, you have to pick a WWE match, a main roster match for the best match of the year right now, and a lot of people may disagree with me, I'd say it was the Royal Rumble match, the men's. I thought that was the match of the year so far. I thought that was a really well done Royal Rumble match.
Surely you mean the greatest Royal Rumble?
No, sir. No, sir. And I'm not getting into this argument. I was talking the real Royal Rumble in January that was good and not for a bunch of Saudi princes. It was paying Vince off with oil money.
Yeah. So that's, I would have to say 2 matches jumped out at me. I think the obvious answer is Miz and Rollins so far.
Oh, yeah. That was good. That was great.
And then the second one is a much lesser talked about match, but I loved it. Miz and Reigns from Raw 25.
Well, that was a great match for the Intercontinental Championship. That was the one where Reigns hits his head off the turnbuckle that was exposed. That was a really well done spot.
Yeah, I enjoyed that match. But again, they both paled in comparison to 2 matches at NXT TakeOver New Orleans.
I'm curious. We're far enough out from the posties that it won't spoil anything. Is Gargano and Tommaso your top match? Because that's my top match.
No, I'm actually I just slightly preferred the ladder match.
Okay. That was my number 2.
Yeah, I mean, but just slightly. Yeah,
that'll be fun for you at the NXT show. I can't wait to hear about it.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to see SmackDown with you. SmackDown Live.
SmackDown is the best. SmackDown number 1. SmackDown is the best. SmackDown number 1. Did SmackDown win the week for you?
I think my video game wins the week. They were both bad.
What are you playing?
The WWE game.
You're still playing that?
I play it all the time. Listen, I didn't like either show. I'd probably give it to Raw this week.
I'm giving it to SmackDown just because it's shorter. And for me, it was half the length because I missed half an hour.
I mean, I don't know how to say this.
Too much women's wrestling?
No, can you always give it to SmackDown when all things are equal? You give it to SmackDown because it's shorter, but it's always going to be shorter. So
if you go back in time, I've given the show of the week mostly to Raw.
I know, but when all things are equal, the tiebreaker for you is always going to be the amount of show.
Listen, no, if you're having a good week, a third hour should be a benefit.
You'd think that they'd be better at telling stories.
It should be an extra hour of something we all like. So it should be a benefit. But also, like, okay, we haven't even talked about this. I think probably the best segment from the show last night, we haven't even brushed upon yet. That was what I thought was very early 90s reminiscent contract signing between AJ and Nakamura.
Because it was in the back. I was looking for Jack Tunney.
It was really, it felt like, Bobby Heenan should be sitting at that table. And I liked how AJ was the one who snapped, and it showed that Nakamura is really breaking him psychologically. Like, that was a really well done segment, I thought. The only thing killing it is the ridiculous thought of Paige being there.
My pen is out of ink. Yeah, I'd rather have Jack Tunney show up than Paige.
I'd rather it be nobody than Paige. I mean, this Paige thing is such a bad idea, but I really liked the execution. I liked how it was dry. Like it didn't. I greatly preferred it to any contract signing out in the ring. Yeah, the ones in the ring have gotten very stale because they do them all the time, and someone's always flipping a table and blah 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 blah. And they did that leading up to WrestleMania with Ronda Rousey. I like this in the back too. I enjoyed it. I thought the backstage segments were all pretty good. I thought Cass's promo was a little stale, but I loved the Andrade attack on Sin Cara. I loved the contract signing. I mean, SmackDown was good. It just, I don't know, it didn't do it. Too much women. I wouldn't say it was good. I would just say it had good aspects to it. Too much women. That's right. Too much. He-Man woman haters. No, it was a lot. It's a lot. And to have all of this women's stuff and not have Peyton Royce out there. Come on now. Right? Maybe she has hepatitis. Maybe she got sick or something. Hepatitis? Where did that come from? I don't know. Just picked the sickness. That's the one you picked? Yeah. Hepatitis? What came to mind. Oh, Vince, I can't make it to work today. I got a bad case of the hepatitis. I got the hep A, B, C, D, E, F, Gs. I got them all. I got all the heps. I missed her. I miss her buddy, man. I know you're a big Peyton. If we met those two in a bar, you could take Peyton. Fine, I'll go for the other one. Let's try to make that happen. Let's go for it. They'll be in Evansville July 24th. See? Where are you going to be? Are we sure? What if they don't show up? We're going to be throwing chairs at the ring. Throwing chairs. I'm excited. Hey, it's going to be a Miz heavy. Night too. They announced 2 matches for that show. I assume these will be dark main events. Okay, what are we getting? Well, I can tell you we will have, according to the commercial, which is not always accurate, but sometimes it is. We can expect a one-on-one match between AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura. Ooh, baby. Right? And then there's going to be a tag match. I know on one side is Daniel Bryan and somebody else against The Miz and somebody else. And I can't remember who their partners are, but it's D. Bryan and Miz. Yeah, D. Bryan and Miz, and I bet Cass is in that match. Maybe Joe? I don't know. I can't remember who the other people are. I'm totally in, and it might change. And the only thing I'm not excited about the whole thing is we're going to have to sit through a 205 live. I'm not upset about that. 205 Live's the best. 205 Live's number one. Not. It sucks. I guess maybe we covered most of the stuff today. It felt like a short episode, but I think we got it.
It was a short episode, but there wasn't much, there wasn't much to dig into, I guess. I would like to say happy birthday to Drew McIntyre.
Ah, Drew, we speak your name.
And a happy birthday to Ahmed Johnson.
Oh, no kidding.
Yes. I knew you'd like that one.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Since we're not doing a podcast tomorrow, I would like to unironically and legitimately and sincerely say happy birthday, Mick Foley.
I believe if you want to go to Friday, I know the one wrestler I share a birthday with.
Who?
The only one I ever know, because I used to get the Pro Wrestling Illustrated almanacs every year, which were so cool back in the day.
Okay.
And they used to list every wrestler, their hometown, their height, their weight, and their birthday and all that stuff, their age. The only one who ever came up with June 8th that I at least had heard of would be Tatanka.
There are 3, and Tatanka is on the list.
Is one like the Mongolian Stomper?
Nope.
Or can I guess one more? Is there one named like Tarantula?
No, they're all 3 names that you would know and everyone would know, not Mongolian Tarantula or anything like that.
Okay, please. Yeah, the only one I'm aware of is Tatanka, but I'd love to be enlightened.
Born on Rob's birthday, 1958, Dan Severn.
Oh, Dan Severn.
Dan Severn. Born on Rob's birthday
The
in
Beast.
1965, Tatanka. And born on Rob's birthday in 1994 and member of the current roster.
Oh, cool. Who?
Liv Morgan.
Cool.
Cool story, bro.
Hey, you know what? To answer, I think I have a few more details about SmackDown's move to Fox.
How old are you going to be now? 35?
35.
35. I thought you were 35 or 36. You were close.
Yeah, it's getting less and less fun every time.
Oh, that's baloney. You're looking great. You're about to get married. This is your marriage year.
Looking
baby.
great. Yeah, I'm excited about the marriage year, but I look like a bucket of lard on a bad day.
You really don't. You're hard on yourself, but you look good. You're feeling bad.
I'm
but
bald. I'm
good.
balding. I have diabetes. I have full B cups. I'm overweight. I can barely move because of my back. Who's holding up well?
Listen. You're not balding. You just admitted your hair was a little thin on top, but it's not bald. I'm balding.
I'm way balder than you. Are you kidding me?
Look at that. Look at that. That's a 40-year-old receding hairline right there, baby. I mean, yeah, you have some spots, but you're holding up great.
All right, hold on. Let's make this the question for today. Who is balding more? Keeping in mind, even if it's a tie,
can we keep feelings in mind? Can we please be kind?
Listen, you can unload on me. Here's let me take my headphones off so I won't hear you. Here's what I'm working with.
Okay. Go ahead. All right.
Did you get a good shot? Oh, hold on. I screwed up. Hold on, Jared. It was on you when I was doing that. Let me do that again.
Okay.
All right, here we go. So that's mine. And I'll put it on Jerry.
Mine.
Oh my, Jerry, there's a little spot there. Oh, okay. You're presenting better than me because
I can't hear you yet. Hold on.
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said you're presenting better than me because you've got more to cover it up, whereas I have a shorter cut than you. But you see, I did not realize how that was happening back there with you. But you're holding up all right. I still think I'm going to lose this.
It's going up top, man. I'm telling you.
So I'm going to say, at least for me, you can. If you need to be brutal, you can.
But your physique looks better. You're looking good. You're feeling good.
My physique is not even close to yours. Not even close.
That's baloney. I'm way overweight. I'm like 250 pounds.
No.
I am.
Yeah, but you got more muscle. I'm telling you, your physique is way better than mine.
I think you look great. And you're
Jerry, I've seen you take your shirt. I would never even dream of taking my shirt off. If I looked like you, I would.
I have boobs.
Oh, Jer. No, Jer. Look, the hair is maybe debatable. I still don't think it is. Physique is not even close. I don't even want to open that one up because you win that one.
I don't want to open it up either. I don't want to hurt feelings. I just want you to know you're doing great and your birthday's coming on Friday. It's also the anniversary of me crapping on your bathroom floor. That's amazing.
Oh, yeah. What anniversary is this? That was 2005. So it'll be the 13th anniversary of when you pooped on my floor.
I wish we could do a birthday episode for you where we could just tell that story.
Maybe we can. We'll see.
Maybe we can. We'll see. We'll keep people wanting. You got to want. If we get to 200 likes by Friday, we'll tell the story about me taking a dump all over Rob's bathroom floor.
Which, if you do dig deeply enough, you'll be able to find it.
And we already told that story.
We've told that story. But if we get 200 likes, he will dump on my floor next month.
I will. I think no, because that would be dumping on Brittany's floor.
Brittany would kill you. She'd kill you. She'd kill me, and you'd never be allowed back.
And you'd never be allowed back.
I wouldn't be allowed back.
Yeah.
How many likes do we have? I don't even know.
I don't know. We're not over 100 yet. It's upsetting.
I'm not too upset by it. It is what it is. I mean, yeah, it's great to have better numbers, but the people who like it are interacting with it. It's getting a lot of impressions. Like when you do a post from a page like this or from the radio station's page, like it tells you how many people get reached, and it's reaching a lot of people, and it's not for everybody. That's why we took it off of our normal pages.
See that?
Now I see it.
You feel that? That's me reaching out. My hand touching your hand.
No. I see the cobweb you're talking about.
Oh, you finally see it. That's how I was cutting a Dusty Rhodes promo, but you see the cobweb?
When you reached your hand out, I saw the cobweb. Yeah.
See it?
What is it?
It's not in real. It's not here. It's imaginary.
Could it maybe be on really close to the camera?
Oh. It was on the computer above it.
See?
Rob is the best. Rob is number one. Rob is the best. Rob is number one.
I do what I can. For myself, the balding Rob. What?
Cool. That was making me nuts. And I didn't want to say anything because I thought you were going to accuse me of having a stroke again. Sorry. Go ahead.
Well, Jerry is perfectly healthy, and he's holding up way better than I am. Today's question, who is balding faster? Me or the Valair man? What is this?
You see anything hanging in the screen? I can't see anything hanging there.